Hello guys! Today is a puff pastry day, so it can only be a happy day. At least for me it is anyway. So I'm going to share to you my puff pastry recipe. It's a simple one actually, it's not one that takes hours to be done. You don't need any equipment, like no robots or fancy stuff. I mean a rolling pin, but that's you would really struggle to not have it. The ingredients needed are 200 grams of flour, 125 grams of water, 4 grams of salt. When you start weighing salt, oh, it looks serious. Just kidding. 12 grams of butter for the flour mix, 185 grams of butter. First step, you will mix together the flour and the salt, and the butter, sorry. And you put your hands in. So your goal is that the butter is perfectly agglomerating to the rest. Okay, looks pretty fluid to me. Now you take the water, add the salt, mix it together until the salt is pretty well incorporated. You can take back your flour and using one hand, you incorporate a bit of water, not everything at once, and you try to amalgamate it without working the flour too much. Our goal is to make that the flour is not elastic, doesn't become elastic. So little by little I will add my flour, working it, trying to not get my hands wet, otherwise it will be a bit complicated. And you really gentle mix it together. Once again, if your hand gets really wet, it will be a pain. So the work is to you use the palm of your hands and press it, gather together, a bit more water. Now, using a little bit of flour, you can put it in the surface, just a little. And now you will work on it really gently until it's really well amalgamated. So as I'm telling you, the goal is that when you're putting your finger in it, it doesn't come back up. Here it's almost there. You will use your rolling pin, go on the top, on the bottom. Okay. And then spread it out. If it's attaching a bit too much, you use a bit of flour, but try to use as little as possible, for you don't want to add too much flour to your recipe. It will false the proportion. What I will do is I will set aside my rectangle in the fridge up until I have prepared the butter. Just a disclaimer, the step that is to come is quite violent, but don't worry, the butter doesn't suffer. You have here some baking paper. You can put your butter here in the middle and cover it with baking sheet as well. You will try to soften your butter. Sometime your neighbor may wonder what you're doing. Just put back the paper so that it doesn't break. Now we want to reach the size of a square that will be half and a bit smaller than your flour size. But you will spread it out, you will spread the flour mix a bit as well. So, for this, what I do is I will fold this again. Oh, now the texture is getting really good. And using the paper, I will do exactly the shape I want. And now with my rolling pin, the butter will go exactly where I want it to go. Ta-da! I have my square. Pick up my flour mix from the fridge. Once again, just a little bit of flour. So now I want this to be fitting, to be able to be completely fitting in that. So I have a bit of work to do. So I take my nice butter, just checking. Yeah, texture is pretty much the same. I put it in the middle. And I will fold it together, seal it very well on the side, and take it this way and seal it really gently, so that's really imprisoned inside. And you have your first step ready. Put it in the fridge for 10 minutes. 10 minutes has come through, time for the next step. You will once again slight pressure here, and you will come to spread it out. What I do is I will fold it like this, and fold it on itself. You can just come to apply a small pressure so that it incorporates very well. Okay. And ready for 10 more minutes in the fridge. 10 minutes have gone through again. And 10 more minutes in the fridge. 10 minutes have gone through. You can you can roll your puff pastry one more time and it will be ready. Oh, look at this beauty. Here it is, your puff pastry is ready. For any purpose you would want it. I can't remember how many layers there is, but it's like 1,000 or something. you can have fun trying to do the calculation. I'm interested by the answer. Anyway, hope you like this video. You can share it, like, comment, subscribe, anything you want. And see you next time!